Hi and welcome to the Electric Singularity. My name is Sam Evans. Today's article comes from Barron's and was written by L. Root. The title is Biden's Economic Plan is Great for EVs, It's Even Better for Tesla Stock. As some of you may know from my other videos, I believe Tesla stock will 5x to 10x by 2030. So 5x at a minimum and 10x being probably, in my opinion, the most likely value of Tesla by 2030. Onto the article. The White House released an outline of its roughly $2 trillion infrastructure plan ahead on Wednesday of President Joe Biden's Pittsburgh speech. Electric vehicles would be big winners from the proposed spending. That's good news for all EV investors, and it's especially good for Tesla. Tesla stock is up about 1.7% in recent trading. That means nothing, obviously. Tesla swings are enormous compared to other stocks. However, I believe that it will significantly affect Tesla positively in the long term, meaning within the next 6 to 12 months. The Biden plan intends to create good jobs electrifying vehicles, adding US market share of plug-in EV sales is only 1/3 the size of the Chinese EV market. The president believes that must change. I agree with him, and I think they need to hurry up and get this done as quickly as possible. Biden is proposing a $174 billion investment to help grow the domestic supply chains so that US automakers can compete globally in the EV market. Importantly, the plan will provide point-of-sale rebates and tax incentives to buy American-made EVs. American-made doesn't mean that foreign automakers are shut out of incentives. Many foreign-branded cars are made in the US, though the language might complicate things a little for the likes of BMW and Volkswagen, both made in Germany. The White House wasn't immediately available to clarify on this point. Wall Street will likely focus on the incentives. There's already a federal tax credit of $7,500 for EV purchases, but the credit runs out after a company sells 200,000 EVs. Tesla, for instance, has sold too many EVs for Tesla buyers to get the $7,500 federal credit. Though several states still have their own incentives, this is just utter madness that the American government, for a year or more, has been literally funding foreign automakers. That's what they've been doing, funding foreign automakers. Because the tax credit has run out for Tesla and now for GM, they're literally giving foreign automakers money to sell their cars in America. I can't understand why this isn't immediately changed, but I don't fully understand American politics, so there you go. The size of the new credit and any vehicle cap or lack of a cap isn't included in the White House summary, but $174 billion is a lot of money for the sector. It works out to about $580,000 per plug-in EV sold in the US. In 2020, of course, a lot of the $174 billion will end up in things such as charging infrastructure. That was a very bizarre paragraph. Obviously, it doesn't work out to $580,000 per plug-in EV. They're doing this based on predicted numbers in 2021, 2022, 23, 24, etc. And by then, by say 2025, we might have more than 1 million, 2 million vehicles, maybe even more than that, which are electric sold in America. Roughly 300,000 plug-in electric vehicles were sold in the US in 2020. Well, there you go. 10x of that, we've got 3 million by 2025. That seems likely. That number is expected to grow rapidly. Wall Street, for instance, expects Tesla deliveries to rise about 60% year over year in 2021. I think we're aiming for around about 1 million Tesla vehicle sales in 2021. Do I think that'll happen? I think 1 million is the top end, 900,000 is the bottom end. I believe they'll be somewhere between 900,000 and 1 million. However, next year, I believe that Tesla will do well over 2 million vehicles in 2022. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives expects the federal tax credit to go up to $10,000. He also expects the tax credit ceiling of $200,000 per manufacturer to be phased out. That will restore the EV tax credits for stalwarts, Tesla and General Motors, added Ives in his Wednesday report. Wow. Well, if he's right, and there is a tax credit of $10,000, a federal tax credit of $10,000 per EV, that is a huge incentive, and that's going to lead to massive adoption of electric vehicles. I hope he's right. Federal support for EVs is welcome news for the sector, whose stocks have struggled recently. Tesla shares, for instance, are down about 29% from their 52-week high. The S&P 500 is up about 6% over the same span. Tesla stock, however, bounced 4% Tuesday. This is just typical mainstream media nonsense, this paragraph. Tesla stock has 10x in the last 12 months, so it's irrelevant whether or not they're down by 29% over the last few months. Those losses, I'm sure, will be gains very soon. So my recommendation at this point is buy Tesla stock if you can. And that's what I'm doing with pretty much every available cent that I have. Guys, thank you for listening. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.